Alright, the Reds, is the Bacon Butty, and the Bacon Butty this morning, we've got Rob Gutmann. We are in Brasco, in Liverpool. And we get to talk about the Reds on this one because there's no final word today. We've changed things slightly with the game tomorrow. So we'll start with the Reds, and I was just flicking through, Rob, and I quite like this in the mirror.
Go ahead.
It's a Koppelganger. See what they've done there? But basically, Dave Maddock in the mirror is saying that Jota is reminiscent of Robbie Fowler, which is quite the compliment. It's 20 goals this season now for Jota, the most he's ever scored in a season. Another vital goal as well. He's got 6 opening goals in the Premier League this season as well. And he just does seem to be one of them players that when we need a goal, it's like he knows and he pops up with one.
He's also scored 1 goal in open play less than erstwhile best player in the world, Mohamed Salah. In all seriousness, He scored 1 goal less than the best. It's an incredible season he's had. Yeah, Dave Maddock copied that off me. I said he was like Robbie Fowler. He defo copied. I was the person who ever thought of that. Now, there is a similarity. It's the way he gets his shot away early as much. We were just talking about the fox in the box thing. But even in some of the dribbles, the finishes, people go, we scuffs it, or it was an untidy thing. It's not. Like the one against Arsenal, it's a reverse pass into the net. The reason he catches Ramsdale out is because he goes so early.
Yeah.
And that's what he is like with Fowler. I think he's a weird player as well, because he wasn't having a good game, was he?
He's hardly in it, is he?
No.
I mean, I think I wrote something on Saturday saying I think he only had like 45 touches all game.
Oh, really?
Which is low, obviously. And one of them's to put it in the net. So yeah, he wasn't involved much, but I mean, he's essentially won us the game again. I mean, okay, we get the late pen, which made Woy fume, which was great.
Yeah.
But there's a little graphic here in the Mail as well saying that Jota's 20 goals, 19 inside the box, 1 from outside the box, 8 inside the 6-yard box, 7 with his right, 7 with his left, and 6 headers.
Complete footballer, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
And there's a line from Jürgen as well. He says he is actually the player we thought he would be, but also a little bit better. I mean, it was me and you, wasn't it, who did the special with Neil when we signed him, when we were having a pint
right, in the basement, weren't we?
And we were like, who? What have we signed? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Came from nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure who the hell he was. Well, no, I knew who he was. I'm not sure I'd have picked him out of the lineup. I might have picked Neto out, which you know what I mean, and gone, is that Jota? So yeah, he hasn't done for me. I mean, then immediately researched him like we all did and watched his YouTubes. He doesn't quite get on the ball as often as I would have thought. I mean, when he does, he's quite devastating with those runs and those dribbles. But it's tempting for, I think, people to say he just scores though. But I do think he does a lot of work off the ball, pressing and closing down. I mean, Pep said originally, didn't he? He's a pressing monster. I think people take that for granted a bit. And I think that's why Klopp loves him. If he just turned up with a goal, I don't think he'd be in this Liverpool side. I think he has to be doing more than we perceive.
Yeah, absolutely. He fits into the style, doesn't he? Let me find the times. Well, first of all, let's just mention the league table now. There's only 8 games left for the Reds now. Both Man City and Liverpool with 8 games left. There's various other mad numbers elsewhere in the league, all the COVID-affected games, stuff like that. But between us and City, both played 30. City now on 73, Liverpool on 72. Goal difference 57 for Liverpool, 52 to City, and look, it could potentially come down to that. I guess one thing that was a bit disappointing was, we're all like, okay, we've got our job done, and then we also had to tune into Burnley, and within 5 minutes, City are ahead, and all season, 23 times now, when they've taken the lead, they've gone on to win. And that's got to be a little bit worrying, hasn't it? Yeah,
I suppose so, but they've also got to worry about the number of times we've bagged and won.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's 1 goal in it in 30 matches. Not 1 goal, 1 point in it in 30 matches. It's a quirk of fate difference between the two of us thus far, and it could just be a quirk of fate that decides it from here on in, and hopefully that happens at the end.
All right, the Reds, thanks very much for getting stuck into that little snippet there of Anfield Wrap content. If you want the rest of that show and much more besides, click the link below, subscribe to the Anfield Wrap Premium, and for that you will get reviews, previews, exclusive interviews, post-match content, the full it. Get involved, follow us, follow them from the heart of Liverpool. up the Reds.